Hi, this is Mr. Ramos, and I'm going to be going over how to solve a trig equation by factoring. So the problem we have is we want to solve for x between 0 and 2 pi for the equation 3 tan cubed of x plus 3 tan squared of x minus tan of x minus 1 is equal to 0. We're going to begin by taking our equation and grouping the terms to begin the factoring process. I'm going to group the first two terms, and I'm going to also group the second two terms. For the second two terms, I'm going to have to make sure that I take that minus sign into consideration. From the first two terms, I have a common factor 3 tan squared of x that I can factor out, leaving me with tan of x plus 1. Once I do this, I notice that I have two terms that have a tan of x plus 1 factor, so I can factor out a tan of x plus 1 from the entire left side. Now that I have the left side completely factored, I can set each of these factors equal to 0 and solve each one of them separately. So let's solve the first one. So in the first one, I have tan of x plus 1 is equal to 0. So what I'm going to end up with is tan of x is equal to negative 1. Between 0 and 2 pi, we know that tan of x is equal to negative 1 in the second quadrant and the fourth quadrant. Let's make a note of that. And that our reference angle is going to be, our reference angle for this equation is going to be pi over 4. And since tan of pi over 4 is equal to 1. So in quadrants 2 and quadrant 4, this angle x is going to be 3 pi over 4, and it's going to be 7 pi over 4. Now, our second equation, we have 3 tan squared of x minus 1 is equal to 0. If we solve for tangent and get it by itself on the left side, what we'd end up with is tan of x is equal to plus or minus square root of 1/3. So this is square root of 3 over 3. Now, since we have plus or minus square root of 3 over 3, we're going to consider all three quadrants. So quadrants 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we're going to have a reference angle of pi over 6. So in the 4 quadrants, this is going to turn out to be pi over 6, 5 pi over 6, 7 pi over 6, and 11 pi over 6. Alright, so collecting all of our solutions into one solution set, we have pi over 6, 3 pi over 4, 5 pi over 6, 7 pi over 6, 7 pi over 4, and 11 pi over 6. That's it. Thank you. Have a nice day.